Hello, everybody. I'm Susanna, and welcome to another episode of the You in All Forms podcast. This is going to be targeted mostly for Spotify, but I also want people to see who I am. So I'm going to upload this to YouTube. For YouTube, I am going to curate other videos aside from just podcast videos. I got to spread the message, whatever the message is for today. Any socials and for the Spotify also is going to be linked in the bio. Sorry, this is new to me. I've only ever used Instagram or whatever. So I'm gonna just link it in the little drop down thingy that you click when you wanna know more about me. You click it. For all of those who know me, hey, y'all see me on the screen. Y'all see me on your little screen. Hey, maybe one day, not maybe. One day you'll see me on the big screen. And for those of you who are new, thank you for watching. Thank you for clicking on my video and being like, what does she got to say? I don't know what I'm gonna say, but just hold on. Hold on with me. Give me some leniency. So I'm gonna just start off with how my week has been since the last time I posted. I think I'm gonna start posting these YouTube videos every Wednesday, since I post the podcast on Spotify every Wednesday, but we'll see. I get off really early tomorrow, and I want to post these like around noon, so I have a pretty good chunk of time to just be editing, which is gonna be fun. Just a little cup of coffee and I'll be fine. Which I don't like coffee. I don't like coffee because I feel like I have like a bad little with coffee, like a little like memory tie with coffee, so I don't really like it. But it's literally free. It's free because they provide it at the apartments that I live at. So I just go downstairs, grab a little cup of coffee, and take it and start doing my thing. Anyways, so how was my week since last time? I had a very challenging week. Emotionally challenging, life challenging, not so much. I don't think so. It's like pretty day to day or whatever. But I guess because of my mental and my emotional, it's just like creating so many breakthroughs in my head, and it's making me see a lot of things. But at the same time, I'm so happy to finally have like a breakthrough in the wall of emotions that has been suppressed in myself for so long. But that's a whole episode in itself. So I posted my first episode on Spotify Wednesday. Editing that and finally putting it up there made me feel very like, okay, awesome. And hearing what people had to say about what they heard in the podcast, hearing what people had to say in the episode made me feel seen, and it made me feel so happy that I was able to say something and people were like, thank you. Thank you for saying that. I feel like that. I felt so lost, or not even lost, if that's too big of a word. I felt alone in what I was feeling, and thank you for sharing what you said. You're being very transparent here. You're really putting yourself out there with, showing yourself. But I appreciate that you did, because I saw it resonated with me, and it's making me think new ways. It felt really good. It felt in alignment to who I am, who I believe I am destined to be. That's why we do a vision board in January, because you're like, I want to do this, and that, and this, and that is going to happen this year. So like, I don't know. A year from now, we'll see where we at. I'm going to look back at this and be like, oh, we up though. Okay, so this week I did a very cold turkey thing where I am upping the stakes in what my tolerance is, because for a really long time I was very like laid back, like chill, like go with the flow, and my tolerance was pretty low. I thought my tolerance was high. I was like, oh, like I'm fine. But I was like, no, there's a lot of things I want to achieve, so let me up my tolerance in what I'm able to take on. And I realized that it's fairly easy, and I'm only 7 days in, and there's a lot of factors to that. Like, I haven't been working so much, and this last week it was my period week, so I wasn't really like in the gym spending hours over there, and my life is like pretty normal right now, where I'm not like, oh, like I have to do this, I have to do that, like this and that. Like, but no, I've been good. The only thing is that I was on my period and I was off for the gym because I try not to gym on my period. I just, go for a little walk. So I had a lot of time on my hands. So it just happened to work out that way, where when I tried to up my tolerance on what I'm able to take on, it just happened to line up on a week where I had a lot of time to dedicate to this. But we'll see in the weeks coming in how all of this progresses. I have to keep faith in myself that I am going to show up for myself, and I'm going to show up for the future that I'm creating. What did I do to up these stakes to like create that tolerance, if you may ask? Or if you're like wondering, you're like, you've been rambling and you haven't even said what you've been doing. So posting every day because it's like, I know how I am. Everything leading up to where I am at right now has shown that I'm a complacent person, has shown that I tend to be very lazy, has shown that I don't have the best habits. And what do you do when you notice you don't like where you're at? You change it. You do the opposite. And what have I done? I started posting every day. I started making time for myself, where it's like, I have to do this, I have to add this effort, and it'll create this result right here. So that's what I've been doing. I've made that my priority, because right now my priority is to improve myself. My priority is to improve myself, because when I change, the people around me are gonna change, and that's what I'm carrying the most of. To not say it in a people pleaser way, just to say it more in a, whenever you do better, the people around you do better. So that's how I'm taking it. I really care for the people that are around me. So the only way that I can help them, and the best way that I can help them, is to improve on myself. So that is what it is my dedication for, honestly, the rest of this year, just to see where it takes me. And then after that, of course, my priority will still be myself. But depending on how I change and how I evolve, I want to see where like other things I can implement. Because you can only ever, like, if you can't do anything else because you can't control the outside factor, what you can control is the inside factor, right? So when you filter out what goes into your being by the media that you consume, by the food that you intake, by the things that you decide to listen to, which then evolve into what you decide to think of for yourself. When you start doing all of those things, it really starts to create a change in you. And change is good. You need to understand that change is good. It's not going to feel good, but it'll be good. Things don't stay bad forever, and you have to believe that. If you believe in nothing else, believe in that, and believe in yourself. Because if you come into this world by yourself, you're gonna leave this world by yourself. So what is a constant? You are the constant in your life, right? And again, this is why I named this podcast You in All Forms, because it's like, there's so many sides to you. I'm probably gonna say this in every single episode. There's so many sides to you. There's so many realities of you. A lot of things can be true at once. And if you need to hear this from somebody, hear it from me. Be every single form of yourself that you want to be. Anything that you put your mind to, just be that person. Because all things are true, realities and the universe and all that. But I don't know too much of that to say a lot. But I mean, if you know, you know. I cringed myself out, bruh. Okay, back to the topic. You change yourself by the things that you consume. I think that's where I left off. But before that, I was talking about my tolerance. Okay, I started posting every day, and it has made me see like I do actually have time for the things that I want to. I just have to prioritize them. Everything else can come second, and you will see that you actually have time for other things once you get it down. And some things take time, but other things don't take time. You just have to start doing it. I didn't think I had time to do these types of things, like content creation, spreading out my message for a long time. And I was like, oh no, I don't have time. What am I doing? I think it's like I think it's like 11:45 right now. I am a little tired, but I'm not sleepy. I know I'll just be in my bed, probably scrolling through media and frying my brain over some dumb little videos, except maybe this one. Stay. So why not just do this? You know, it doesn't take a lot of effort. It just takes some time, and it takes just a little bit of mental work, but it's gonna be okay. I'm gonna talk and it's gonna be fine. So boom, I realized I do have time for the things that I want. And I'm still able to do everything that I want to. Like, I went to the gym today, I ate, I watched a show that I really like. I watched like 3-4 episodes because it was getting really good. If any of y'all watch One Piece, I'm in the area where like Luffy's taking Ace out of Impel Down. Is that what it's called? The prison. And Ace just got on the boat. So I already know what's gonna happen. I'm dreading it, of course. I don't want to see it. But I really love the show. And I don't like that I'm halfway there. Even though I love watching the episodes, I don't like that I'm halfway through it, just because every single episode that I watch means that I'm getting closer to, you know, the 1,000, 100 mark where it's at right now. And I love how long it is because I always have something to watch. And it's such a beautiful show. Anybody who says like, oh, I don't want to watch One Piece because it's so long, bro, shut up. That doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense to be upset that something is long. It just means you have more media to watch. Like, grow up. People who say that, I'm not gonna watch it, it's so long and I'm never gonna catch up. Why are you trying to catch up? Just so you're up to date with what everybody else is saying. What they think about, oh, what happened in the latest episode doesn't matter. Watch it for your own like joy of it. I'm not a big like weeb, but it's like that type of thinking really gets to me. Like, I don't want to do this because it's gonna take too long. Okay, and you could probably be like 20 episodes or 20 steps ahead. You know, I'm not talking about anime anymore. You can be 20 steps ahead if you just start right now. Like, you're really saying like, oh, I'm not gonna go to the gym because it's gonna take me so long just to like get to the body that I want. Like, I don't know when I'll go, but just not today. Let's say this is like on a Wednesday. You're like, oh, I'm gonna do it on a Monday. You could literally be like 5 pounds down from the water weight, and it'll make you feel more motivated because you're seeing the scale go down. Even though it's just water weight, it's gonna feel good. So like, let's say you say this on a Wednesday. Oh, I don't want to do this because it's gonna take a while. Let me just start on Monday. So it could be like fresh start, whatever. You're literally setting yourself back more steps than you think, only because when you don't see that little peak of, ooh, I lost a little bit and I feel good, you're gonna be like, oh, well, I didn't have time today. Let's say it's Monday. I didn't have time today. Maybe I'll go tomorrow. Like, okay, it's Tuesday. I'll just go tomorrow. And then Tuesday comes, you don't do it. You're like, oh, I'm just gonna go Monday. I'm just gonna go next Monday. Or whenever you're thinking about starting a new project, like me with this. I've been thinking about doing a podcast for the past 2 months, but 3-4 months ago from today, so like 2 months from when I first had the idea of let me do a podcast, my first thought was I need to speak more. I need to speak because I don't use my voice box a lot. Like, I don't express how I feel. And I was like, that's not right. Because first of all, I'm a woman. I need to be able to say, yes, no, this is how it's going to go. This is not how it's going to go. This is the opportunity that I'm going to get. This is an opportunity that I do not want. You know, as a woman, you need to be able to stand up for yourself. And since I notice that I don't express myself enough, it has made my life go a certain way, which is not good. And as a 24-year-old person, you got to speak up. You're 24. You've been in this world for 24 years. Like, at this point, I'm talking to myself, but whatever time you've been on this earth for, you're not speaking, like expressing yourself, like, come on. Look at your life, how it is, and tell me it's not because you don't express yourself, like your true emotions of how you feel about things. When you don't like something and you let it slide, when there's something that you've been wanting to do but you don't because you're scared of XYZ. Again, so back to the topic. And with prioritizing what I need to do, it has given me more time because like I said today, I was able to, enjoy my dinner, enjoy my meals but while watching a show. I took a nap too because I was really tired. And I still posted a video. And I posted a video I think for the past 5 days. I don't know. I've been posting a video since Wednesday, I think, or maybe Thursday. So anyways, I'm doing this so I can up my tolerance. And apart from this, I'm going to the gym. Or at least being active. And that is all in part of my self-development, improvement journey. First, my mind by disciplining myself, by keeping up this ball moving with the things that I'm creating. Because creation, it comes from the mind. It's like how you're feeling inside. It comes out. That's like a mind challenge for your brain to work on. Second, in the self-development journey is going to the gym, staying active, keeping your body moving, because when your body moves, your mind keeps on working. It just generates more feelings, if that makes sense. I don't know, whenever I work out, whenever I walk or something, it gives me time to think. Even if I'm listening to music, it just makes me think of the music differently just because my body's pumping, it feels good, or I'm getting through a set, I'm sweating, huffing and puffing, and I'm like, oh, this burns, but the song's hitting, and I'm like, wait, why is the song hitting so hard? Why did this line hit right now when I did this last set? And I'm like, oh my God, I feel victorious. It feels so good. And it makes you think of that song, and it makes you have positive feelings to that song. And I'm keeping my body moving, and it's creating this wheel to turn. It feels like all the wheels in my body, in my mind, are turning after rusting up for the past 24 years. And it feels really good. It feels good. And it's breaking this wall that I've made over time of emotions. And this is another part of my week where I noticed there's cracks in the wall that I've created in my emotions, in my heart, I guess you could say, in my spirit. And it's coming out, and it's giving me all these ideas. It's giving me all these realizations, all these breakthroughs, literally cracks. Come on, breakthrough. And this goes with upping my tolerance. It has made me realize what I will and will not put up with. There's been a lot of things that I've had to do that I did not want to do because the old me would have been too scared to do. But the new me, the person that I'm converting into, the higher self who will not tolerate these things, is coming through. It's just coming through over and over again, daily. And it hurts because she's saying, my higher self, in my sense, my higher self, or whoever you believe in, either where it be God or whatever higher being rules in your religion or your culture, your way of thinking, the universe, anyways. In my sense, it's my higher self. That's who I'm looking up to right now. And they're saying, this is not what we're going to tolerate. You have to do this if you want to be me. Breakthrough. Hold on. It's downloading right now. Hold on. So I've had to do a lot of things in my personal life to be able to mirror this other part of me who I will become. I can feel it. I can feel... I don't know, it feels really palpable. I feel the energy, I don't know. And even I feel like I'm radiating energy. It's just... Can anybody read my aura right now? Well, I don't know if you can see because this background is green and brown. You probably won't see my aura. Maybe. Am I radiating? You let me know in the comments. So my week. Yeah, I've been doing that all week and it feels really good. It feels so nice. It hurts like hell. It hurts like HE double hockey sticks. I don't know if I can cuss or say certain things on here. I don't know. But it feels bad, but it hurts so good. It's like when you're sore, it hurts so good. It hurts after quad day, you can't stand up. But it hurts so good. It's oh, I hate it, but it feels good because I know it's better for me. I feel like something that I was not able to do a lot was like cry, because like I said, I was suppressing all these emotions, and it has allowed me to cry, and it feels good because it feels like there's a current running around me now, like there's flow going through my body, like all because I've literally in this past week I've done what has to be done, and something that I've been putting off for so long, which is just speaking how I feel. Like, and don't get me wrong, I still have holdups. I still have like parts of the old me that are like, well, you know, I don't know, just let it slide. Like, it's gonna be fine. It doesn't matter. Just forget about it. But I'm like, no, it does matter. It doesn't sit right with me. Like, and there's certain things that I still haven't done that I know I should do. And like, it eats at me. Like, I don't feel at peace. Even though it hurts to do certain things, it feels good. But because these are two very contrasting things, it creates turmoil. Like, I feel turmoil in my being because I have these two emotions in me. And what I have to do is actually do the things that I don't want to do, that hurt me, just so I can find peace in myself. Because even though I'm happy right now with all the things that I've been doing, I am not at peace. I feel so much inside of me. It's just, it feels like, it doesn't feel like the dam is gonna break. It feels like there's a hurricane starting to form. I've noticed that I've started to feel very anxious because there's something that I have to do, and I know I have to do it, but I don't want to do it, but I know it'll be good for me. And it's like, what? And what I want you to take from this is that you know that there's something that you have to do for yourself, but you're holding yourself back because you're scared of who it's going to hurt. You're scared of what it's going to cause you, like the consequences that it's going to cause you. You're afraid of what your life will mean after you do said thing. And of course, I'm not talking about like things that actually hurt people, like physically, or, you know, are detrimental to their being. I'm not talking about things that are hurtful to you. Come on now. I'm speaking logic here. Like, if you know there's somebody you need to talk to about a certain topic, go ahead and talk to them. If you know there's something that you have to do for yourself that you've been putting off, go ahead and start it. Stop doing all this, oh, I need to do my research. Stop doing your research. You've been scrolling, trying to get inspiration. You've been scrolling on somebody's page, trying to understand everything. But are you really? You're just consuming more and more media. You have to do it. Nothing beats doing the thing. You can do all the research that you want. It doesn't mean you're doing the thing. You can watch all the videos that you want. It doesn't mean you're doing the thing. You can prepare yourself so much, so well. It doesn't mean you're doing the thing. I'm speaking to you, but I'm speaking to myself. I'm speaking to the part of me that was in that boat at one time and is still in that boat in other aspects of my life. You know, I spend so much doing research, doing the work that I need to prepare myself, but I was never doing the thing that I needed. And I've been learning that I'm now starting that rhythm of like doing the thing that I need to do, like doing the action, and not so much worrying about, am I doing it right? Am I doing it wrong? I'm doing the action and it feels so good. It hurts like hell, but it feels good. You know, your whole reality is going to change whenever you start doing new things, and it's going to cost you the life that you used to live, and it's going to hurt so bad. You're going to go through the biggest heartbreak trying to change yourself, but you need to understand it's all going to be for the betterment of you. You get that? Hear me loud and clear when I say this. If you take nothing else, do what you need to do because it's going to better yourself. It's going to hurt, but it's going to better yourself. It's going to XYZ, but it's going to better yourself. There's no growth in complacency. I don't know what I'm going to title this episode whenever I release it, but something is coming to me right now, and I'm going to just put it in this episode just because I'm being called to say it. I'm going to share with you my experience, and I want you to replace the me with you, and I want you to understand what I'm saying and apply it to your life. I had the weirdest the weirdest slap in the face a month and a half ago. If you're watching this, you're probably gonna know that I'm talking about you if you're watching this. But I had a friend, this new friend. He told me, he was like, there's something about you, I just can't put my finger on it. And I was like, what do you mean? He's like, I don't know how to say it, but I also don't want to offend you. And I was like, just say the words. I'll probably put them together. I'll see if we can like meet halfway and like I can understand what you're saying. He's like, I feel like there's something fake about you. There's something off about you. There's something not right. I just can't put my finger on it. I was like, what? What are you talking about? Like, internally, that was my immediate reaction. Like, all I wanted to do was snap and be like, what are you talking about? But in that split second of that being my initial reaction, my second reaction was like, he's right. And what I said, I was like, you're right. I'm not being myself. This is not me right now. They said that it was the weirdest slap in the face, but it was the biggest wake-up call of my life. And he's not the first person to say that. My sister, shout out to you, she has told me, like, you're being fake as fuck right now. And not fake, like, not fake in the sense of, you know, you're being a fake ass bitch. No, she meant to, like, you're not being you. And he said it like that too, like, you're not you. Like, this is not who you are, and you're like portraying that you're this person, but you're not. You know, you're not being yourself in a sense. And I was like, you know what, you're right. I'm not being myself. And he was like, okay, well, tell me something that's real. And that's when I told him, that's when I had made the decision, you know what? I really want to start a podcast because I feel like I need to start speaking my truth. I kind of went on a little tangent of like why I wanted to make the podcast. Mind you, we were a few drinks in, so in the moment it made sense for me to like speak like this. Like I was like, we were both like tipsy, we were like whatever. So this wasn't like a dry conversation, like sober, like you're not being you. And I started speaking about how I want to create this podcast. I want to create videos. Like I feel called to do that. I went on a 5-minute tangent on that. And as I was speaking to him, I felt lighter in a sense. And he said, I don't know what that was, but that was you right there. And I was like, you know what? That is so right. And that was a big slap in the face, but it was needed. It was weird because I've never had a third party tell me anything. Like, you know, like my sister told me, but it just wasn't clicking. But like a third party telling me, like, you're telling me if somebody else who is not really a part of my life is noticing that I'm not being authentic, then I'm definitely not being authentic. And ever since then, it just created like this whole spiral. And I was like, somebody hold the wheel, because what the heck is going on? All in all, start being authentic. Start being yourself. Start doing the things that you need to do. Start doing the things that you're putting off, because it's preventing you from being authentic. Because if you were authentic, because if you were living your truth how you think you are, you wouldn't let things slide. You wouldn't keep up with certain people. You wouldn't allow certain people to treat you the way that they treat you. You wouldn't even allow them to be in your life in the first place. You wouldn't have certain reactions to certain things. You wouldn't allow yourself to be as mean as you are to yourself. God. Oh, I'm having all these breakthroughs. Like, what? I feel like I'm being punched. Like, goddamn, like, bro, chill. Let me swing or something. I think I'm gonna end it here before I just ramble on about weird stuff and things start to get weird here. Yeah. To those of you who made it to the end of this episode, I just want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart. I appreciate you listening to it, just because I want to see what you're thinking. I want to know what this made you feel. If it made you feel anything, like, of course, I want to know. Let me know in the comments. If you want to DM me on it, I'll have my socials tagged on here. If you know me in person, come up to me and be like, yo, what was that? And I'll be like, yo, I don't know, but let me know. At the end of the day, we got this. Like, We may not see the light at the end of the tunnel right now, but we just got to keep on moving forward one step at a time. You know, these quotes are corny as hell, but they're the truth. Like, they're that simple, they're that corny just because it's truth. One step at a time, you'll finish the race, whatever. Little by little, you'll see progress. It's corny, it's short, it's simple, but it's true. Like, at the end of the day, the most simplest things in life are truth. And it's just how it is. And as I said in the beginning of the video, I'm going to have all these video formats of the You in All Forms podcast episodes here on YouTube. But apart from that, I'm going to have YouTube exclusive videos of just lifestyle, me as a normal girl in her 20s trying to self-discover herself, figure out what the heck, and I just hope to see y'all join me in the journey of finding out who I am and see if you're able to connect with me and just see where you are, where I'm at, and where we meet each other in the middle. I'll see you later, guys. I had so much fun making this video. I will see you later, guys, in another episode of You in All Forms. Bye.